President Nguyễn Xuân Phúc upcoming overseas trip highlights Vietnam's foreign diplomacy. More tax cuts to benefit pandemic hit enterprises. Foreign investors maintain confidence in Vietnam's economy. Phúc Khang Corporation donates ultrasound machines worth 6.3 billion Vietnam dong to support frontline workers. 2 more biosphere reserves in Vietnam earn UNESCO recognition. Hello, welcome to FBNC News with the latest updates from Vietnam. Now, the upcoming trip of President Nguyễn Xuân Phúc to Cuba and New York in the United States have an inclusive target of implementing Vietnam's external relations policy of independence, self-reliance, peace, friendship, cooperation and development, diversification and multilateralization of foreign relations, said Deputy Foreign Minister Đặng Hoàng Giang. At the invitation of First Secretary of the Communist Party of Cuba's Central Committee and Cuban President Miguel Díaz-Canel, President Nguyễn Xuân Phúc will pay an official visit to Cuba from September 18 to 20th. During the visit, Vietnamese and Cuban leaders will discuss to further close coordination and concretize important collaboration areas between the nations and to deepen their solidarity in the new period. Later, from September 21st to 24th, the President will attend a general debate of the UN General Assembly's 76th session and hold a number of bilateral activities in the U.S. At the UN General Debate, Giang said Vietnam will send a strong message to international friends about its image of a dynamic and innovative development, yearning and peace-loving country with active and responsible contribution to the common work of the United Nations and the international community. With the attendance, Vietnam will clearly demonstrate its desire to join other nations in tackling current urgent issues, especially the COVID-19 prevention and control. While in the U.S., the President will meet many heads of states and partners to exchange measures on pandemic prevention and post-pandemic recovery. At the same time, he will work to promote the support and transfer of COVID-19 vaccines. The President will also meet with leading vaccine producers in the U.S., eyeing commitments to fastest delivery of COVID-19 vaccines, treatment drugs and medical supplies for Vietnam as many as possible. HCM City will continue to apply social distancing measures in a strict and effective manner in particular areas from September 16th to 30th, with adjustments to suit specific districts and wards, according to the city's People's Committee. On September 15th, the committee issued a document on pandemic prevention and control measures from September 16 to 30th, which clarifies that in areas where COVID-19 is put under control, including District 7, Củ Chi and Cần Giờ districts, as well as export processing zones and industrial parks in the high-tech park in Thủ Đức City, locals are allowed to go out to buy food once per week. Meanwhile, COVID-19 green card with QR codes will be piloted in areas where the pandemic is basically controlled. Under the document, shippers are allowed to operate in districts and Thủ Đức City from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. each day if they follow pandemic prevention and control measures, the same as companies and business households in specific sectors, including postal and telecommunication services, learning equipment, takeaway catering services, and food supply. Staff of the companies must stay in only one district. At the same time, constructions and transport projects will continue to be implemented under safety conditions promulgated by the City People's Committee. Localities across the city can propose the resuming of construction of specific projects in accordance with the local pandemic situation. The Hanoi People's Committee has permitted 19 district-level localities to resume certain services starting 12 noon on September 16th, given the progress in the COVID-19 fight. These localities are permitted to reopen some business and service establishments starting 12 noon on September 16th, including book and stationery stores, vehicle, electronics and household appliance repair services, and takeaway food and drink services. These establishments must be closed before 9 9 p.m. every day. The Hanoi administration requested the establishments to operate under local authorities' monitoring and examination and carry out all regulated anti-pandemic measures, including ordering their staff to make health declaration and comply with the 5K principle, asking customers to scan QR codes, frequently disinfecting their establishments and minimizing direct contact. It noted that Hanoi has basically put the outbreak under control as the number of community infections has declined over the last 3 weeks. It has basically completed mass testing citywide and administered the first shot of COVID-19 vaccine to almost all people in the targeted group. About 118 trillion Vietnam dong or $5.16 billion worth of taxes, land rent fees and charges are expected to be reduced or have payment deadlines extended in 2021 to assist enterprises and people affected by the coronavirus pandemic. This is part of a draft resolution on some support measures for pandemic-hit enterprises and people discussed by the National Assembly Standing Committee on September 16th. Delivering a brief report on the draft, Minister of Finance Hồ Đức Phước said, facing negative impacts of the COVID-19 pandemic on Vietnam's economy and society, the government has carried out many timely support measures. The sum of taxes and budget contributions that were exempted, reduced or had payment deadlines extended in 2020 stood at around 129 trillion Vietnam dong. Given numerous challenges facing businesses and people this year, including the complex COVID-19 situation, the government has proposed the National Assembly Standing Committee issue and launched by itself some solutions to continue assisting the targeted groups to weather difficulties and boost production and business. Vietnam still attracted $14 billion in foreign direct investment in the first 8 months of this year, only 2% lower than the same period last year, showing foreign investors' confidence in Vietnam's economic scenario in mid and long terms. Of the investment capital, up to 11.7% has been disbursed, up 2% as compared with the corresponding time last year. In August alone, $2.4 billion was registered, up 65% from the previous month. Mainly additional capital injected into the processing and manufacturing industry. However, this month's FDI disbursement dropped 14.3% against July and 12.2% year-on-year as the social distancing order has been imposed in major economic centers. According to the World Bank, Vietnam's economic recovery in the fourth quarter will depend on the government's capacity for COVID-19 containment, stressing the urgency of vaccination with at least 70% of adults to be injected. It suggested the government employ more measures to boost domestic demand and speed up public investment disbursement and the implementation of supportive packages for people, enterprises, and household businesses. Now, Phúc Khang Corporation has continued carrying out the voluntary Green Heart charity campaign to help people in Ho Chi Minh City to fight against the pandemic. Recently, the company has donated 4 high-quality ultrasound machines to Ho Chi Minh City University of Medicine and Pharmacy Hospital. These machines could be used to improve patients' diagnostic efficiency and support the treatment of COVID-19 patients. Participants in the donation ceremony include Ms. Mai Nguyễn, Chief of Ho Chi Minh City Health Department, Ms. Mẫu Lưu, CEO of Phúc Khang Corporation and the board members, representatives from the Ho Chi Minh City University of Medicine and Pharmacy Hospital include Associate Professor Dr. Bắc Nguyễn, General Director of the hospital, and other healthcare workers. Prior to the ceremony, Phúc Khang Corporation held a meeting with representatives of hospitals BOD to discuss the difficulties and supply needs in treating COVID-19 patients. 4 high-quality ultrasound machines donated by Phúc Khang include 1 advanced color Doppler integrated with AI and up-to-date medical technology. This machine can produce superior image analysis, which can then be used to facilitate diagnosis and treatments for patients with underlying disease or unclear symptoms.
Và với một cái mong muốn là Phúc Khang chỉ là hậu phương thôi. Các anh là tiền tuyến, cho nên là Phúc Khang cũng sẽ tiếp tục là hậu phương cho các bệnh viện. Trong đó thì bệnh viện Đại học Y Dược là một trong những bệnh viện tuyến đầu, chữa rất nhiều bệnh nhân và rất nhiều những bác sĩ giỏi để mà cống hiến cho ngành. Vì thế cho nên là chúng em cũng cam kết là sẽ tiếp tục đồng hành cùng với bệnh viện và với cái sự cộng tác của các chuyên gia và cố vấn về thiết bị y tế thì cũng lắng nghe cái nhu cầu của bệnh viện. Những cái thiết bị như thế này nó cũng giúp cho bác sĩ được bớt cái phần vất vả.
In return, Associate Professor Dr. Bắc Nguyễn expressed gratitude and happiness to the support made by Phúc Khang Corporation and other sponsors. He said, "I would like to express a heartfelt thanks to the support of our sponsors, especially the support that Phúc Khang Corporation made to our hospital. This is a tremendous helping hand in the diagnosis and the discovery process from patients' damage caused by the virus, which can in turn be served to facilitate the timeliest treatments. As healthcare workers, we feel very honored and moved to receive your support."
Thì hôm nay rất là vinh hạnh nhận được những cái máy siêu âm cao cấp từ cái tập đoàn của Phúc Khang. Thì những cái máy này trang bị những cái phần mềm rất là sâu như là siêu âm đàn hồi, những tính năng navigation, có nghĩa là định vị tích hợp với nhiều phương tiện hình ảnh khác, ví dụ như CT, MRI Fusion, có nghĩa là sử dụng ngoài cái vấn đề là chẩn đoán ở giai đoạn sớm, chẩn đoán chuyên sâu và phối hợp vào cái phương pháp điều trị.
With the sustainably development mindset, Phúc Khang Corporation will continue to donate medical equipment to other hospitals in Ho Chi Minh City and effectively support the COVID-19 treatments in patients. The board of directors hope that campaigns like this in this period of time will once again affirm the corporation's genuine care and support for the frontline healthcare workers to protect the health and lives of Ho Chi Minh City's people. Two biosphere reserves, which are Núi Chúa in the Central Province of Ninh Thuận and Con Hà Nừng in the Central Highlands Province of Gia Lai, have earned UNESCO recognition. They were among 22 reserves across the world voted at a session of the International Coordinating Council of the Man and the Biosphere Program, which is being held in Nigeria from September 15 to 17th. With the recognition, Vietnam has a total of 11 biosphere reserves, becoming one of the countries with the largest number of UNESCO-recognized biosphere reserves. Two online exhibitions for children are scheduled to run between September 20th and December 31st, giving children a special treat, particularly during the upcoming Mid-Autumn Festival. Co-organized by the Department of Fine Arts, Photography and Exhibition at the Ministry of Culture, Sports and Tourism, the Vietnam Exhibition Center for Culture and Arts and other units, the events will run on the website ape.gov.vn and triển lãm vhnt.vm. On display will be 409 works out of more than 5,000 submissions to the event this year. The works reflect children's love for their home country and families, their daily life and their thoughts on environmental protection and COVID-19 prevention, among other ideas. The second exhibition, themed Mid-Autumn Festival Through Children's Eyes, will feature documents and images showing late President Ho Chi Minh's love for children. It will also introduce traditional Vietnamese toys for the occasion and traditional activities taking place in a number of Asian nations, including Japan, the Republic of Korea, Malaysia, and Singapore. That has wrapped up FBNC News this week. Thank you for joining us. We look forward to seeing you again next time. Goodbye.